So let's post. Oh, I don't have the music on. Let me fix that, I guess. Give me a second. It's weird and silent. These are the setups of a pizza stream. I hope I have the volume right. I did set that beforehand. Let's go. Get that bread, that volume, that 1 hour of Nintendo music. Um, why isn't it? Oh gosh, it's not playing. Why is it not playing? Come on, don't punish me like this for having to refresh my browser. Wow, it actually is legitimately not playing for some reason. What the heck? That's a new problem. I wonder if it's because I'm streaming to YouTube and they're like, whoa, buddy. There it goes. I think. Yeah. You can't be doing streaming and listening. That's not allowed. Okay, let me make sure I have everything else. I have 2 minutes to, like, kind of make sure it's all kind of set. Maybe I should make, like, some kind of silly little macro that, moves my mouse occasionally so it doesn't stop the music. That would be dumb. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed your burger for dinner because, you know, now you have to contend with pizza happening. Just make sure this doesn't have audio set and that it's on the lower quality setting. Oh my gosh, the resolution on this is tiny. I definitely don't need full quality. It's like 40p is probably fine. Okay, I've got you all set up, chat. I've set you up. You're going to jail. Make sure everything over here is good. Yeah, pizza cake. Yeah, pizza cake. Have 50 seconds. 50 more seconds. Well, I gotta go pee now, so bye. I actually kind of do. Oops, I can hold it in for 2 hours. It's fine. It's fine. I got pizza to make. I'll just be over here looking out the window where you can't see me. What am I at? Like 20 more seconds? 10 more seconds? Where's my claws? my oven mitts. Oh my gosh. Oh, I forgot. Oh, it actually ran ads on Twitch. I can't actually see my thing. That's weird. I actually forgot it would do that. Anyway. That better not be playing audio on this one. Hello. Welcome to Pizza Stream. I'm making pizza. So, first tasks. We have a couple tasks to get on with at the very beginning of the stream here. The first one is a kind of weird task, but I want to make sure I have it done early so that it doesn't come back to bite me later. And that task is to grab one of these from off screen and bring it over. So, remember the drying device? The drying trays that I use to like actually rise the dough. Well, Well, I figured out an optimization with my pizza production. Give me a second. So I've been getting these big blocks of mozzarella. And I can use one of these to make 2 pizzas. And it comes out a lot better than getting like shredded. However, the oh, this one really doesn't want to come apart. It rips like prematurely over here. 1 second. The downside is these nice mozzarellas that I've been getting. I guess they're like really fresh. They're like really nice and fresh or whatever. Or maybe it's just the way they store them or whatever. They're very wet is basically what I'm trying to explain here. When I say I use one of these, I don't use the 2-pack. I just use the 1 bit. Is it partially? What the heck? Did the back of the fridge partially freeze? Not this one. The other one was like hardened. Anyway, yeah. So these slices are really wet. So the weirdest first part of making pizza for me is to wet the dries and dry the wets. Yeah, I just need to put these on this drying tray and just put them in for a couple minutes. It'll kind of pre-melt them a little before I shred them. But if I don't do this, the pizza's very watery. I don't really know entirely. I think if I had a proper pizza oven or something like that, maybe the amount of heat would like boil all the water off of the fresh mozzarella. But as is, yeah, we're putting down our mozzarella on a drying rack basically for a little while. Just make some room. Dump this. Like you can even see in the packaging, it's a bit wet. Did we freeze our cheese? Not intentionally. I hope that other cheese is fine. Anyway, yeah. So as before, if I can move the camera, we are placing this upon. Oh, well, you really cannot see it very well over there, past everything, including the ramen noodles. We're just placing it in the drying thing over here, and we're just gonna leave that. We'll come back to that one in like 10 minutes or so. Basically, the drying machine just convinces the cheese to release its liquids. Okay, so the next task of pre-prep we're doing today, and I'm doing all this pre-prep just for like timing. I know the dough is going to take a while, but so the process here, I want to make sure that cheese is get up here, chat. Whoa. I want to make sure that that's so slanted. Okay, I want to make sure that cheese is dry. I'm making so the 2 pizzas. I'm going to make a sausage and pepperoni pizza, and I'm going to make a chicken barbecue with like bacon. And so the timing of this all, we liquefy. What is the symbol on? Oh, is it? Oh, listening only. Okay, I was just curious. It's weird. I didn't know it had a symbol. I keep forgetting it has a symbol for that. I'm like, sorry. The way the listening only thing looks, I'm like, I didn't like accidentally like tag you with something like, this man is a menace. I'm, like, worried for a second. What why is the camera angle like this? What have I done? Is it like the heck? I had it fine earlier. No, that is so slanted. What the heck did I do? How about now? That's a little better, yeah. Okay, so the chicken and the bacon I want to cook up first. So yeah, let me bring over my thawed frozen chicken. I want to cook that up first, then I'll start the dough. Then while the dough is doing its thing in the machine over there, that'll need about half an hour. In the meantime, I will make the sauce. I will shred the cheese, and then maybe I'll do something with the pepperonis. I have some interesting things with pepperonis that I've messed with recently. I wanna try something with those. Yeah, that was your choice. Yeah, I figured when I saw what it was set. I don't think it displays in my other chat window. By the way, where is the bacon? I don't know. I assume we still have bacon, right? Yeah. I don't think we've touched that. Yeah. I'm gonna need a container to put that in. So yeah, I'm cooking up these meats first, just because I don't want the time constraint of trying to get them done in like a half an hour or whatever. That's dirty dishes. Do I not have any more glass? Ah, here's one. Sorry, we use so many of our containers up. I never know what's available. Okay. Anyway, yeah, so that's the plan of why I'm doing the timing the way I'm doing it today. Oh yeah, we're back to prep station. No more showing my face. That's probably... What is this camera? Okay, I must be doing something weird with my setup here. If I do it like that, is that still slanted? No, that's so weird. Sorry, I'm still getting used to this mount that I've been using. Sure. I guess I'll cook up like 3 pieces of bacon. So I slam my hand right next to the knife. Don't worry, it's pointed the other way. I think I got everything out of there. So I'm gonna take just 3 of these. If I can get them out from the others. That's probably correct. Fold this. Shove it in here. Ooh, I just had an idea. Okay, so would you guys be interested in a stream where I just try to upgrade the bot's brain? Like I show you how the oh, that was loud. I show you how the bacon is made, I suppose, like I'm doing right now. Because I have not been upgrading the bot, and I'm really curious, like, if I could just, like, one stream, do, like, show, like, the weird, how I was doing the sentence building with it. Just coming up with things to have it say, and just, like, working on that for, like, 2 hours. Putting bacon like this is kind of weird. Yeah, I'll have to figure out how to set it up best. One of the problems I have with like streaming certain things is I use light mode for like my programming language stuff, and I'm fine with it, but I actually think it's not great for like viewing. And so I'm wondering how, like, maybe I can set a theme in Notepad++ when I'm doing it, because that's what I use to program the bot, is just Notepad++. I also have to remember what I'm doing because it's been a good few weeks now. But, yeah, I could do maybe a stream with that. Just like a Thursday stream. I feel like that's the thing that Thursday's perfect for. It's just like junk like that. By the way, the lighting isn't like overblown or anything, right? It's kind of a little weird getting the lighting correct. For the streams. I think the lighting's... Well, I'm gonna try one thing real quick. I just want to see. What does that look like? Now, that's even brighter. Okay. What does that look like? Cooking in the dark. No, that's just weird. That's just freaking weird. Whatever. By the way, this is my... I don't want to get juices everywhere, and I'm doing the claw pose. It brings out your inner earthbound background. Perfect. By the way, how's the audio? I'm never happy with the audio, so I need other people's opinions. I can only achieve happiness through validation. Okay, the lighting is decent. Okay, the audio is decent. The music is playing, right? Yeah. I'm never 100% sure of that. In fact, I should check in like 45 minutes to an hour and just double check on it. Because I feel like that music will stop. I need a special command on the bot where the bot just tells me mid-stream, check the music, please. The music, too, is decent. I think I already used this playlist before, but that's just how these streams go. I need to find a couple more. Anyway, we're just cubing this. I mean, really nothing else to say. Just make it all cubes. And slippery, very slippery cubes. Okay, probably cutting that much at once is a bit goofy. It's just keep going. Oh. I'm sorry, I can't make the pizza from true scratch. I don't have chickens. Get that out of the way. Well, I can't make chicken pizza. Well, okay, I feel like pepperoni pizza would be even more difficult. But I also don't have cows around yet. So the cheese is also a difficulty to acquire. I will admit, the origin of that joke is... So, like, I was just thinking just now, like, I know some people probably find it a little weird watching somebody... Why did I put that in there instead of the chicken? You know, cut up, like, meat on stream, but that's just how cooking goes. But, like, even weirder would be, like, yeah, butchering. This is in the, like, really weird spot of, I suppose, like, ethics and whatnot of... I mean, if you kill an animal on stream, I mean, you're gonna get canceled because, I don't know, that's definitely some form of cruelty, and murder and whatnot, depending, like, but I guess that's the thing, like, I guess I was gonna say is, but does that depend, how much oh! I think I just murdered you on stream. Like, so, like, I'm assuming that's just outright not allowed, like... I feel like the rules probably don't differentiate between doing it for cruel entertainment and doing it for food. Yeah, sorry, I kind of... Oh. That looks better. Yeah, that doesn't seem like something that people would want to watch. Anyway. Might be able to get away with it as an education thing, but that's more likely to survive as a video than a stream. Yeah. Maybe, I'm not planning on doing anything like this ever, but it was just like a thought that came to mind of just like, wait a second. If the meat is already like plucked and everything, you can get away with it. But if the meat is still breathing, no bueno. Like, I guess the horrible question is how dead is the animal before it's not okay? Because I feel like pre-prep chicken breast is about as dead as it can get. Why are you after? Why? The answer. Are you trying to do within here? Bot's going crazy. By the way, I have no idea how I'm gonna throw the pizza with this microphone on. Just, I feel like I'm gonna hit it or something. Okay, well, just heating up the pan now. Anyway, the hypothetical that was probably one of the most deranged like conversation items I've brought up on stream in a while. Like, would I get banned for butchering an animal live on stream? It's like, I'm not exactly planning to. I just need to know for a friend. Also, I remembered to leave my egg out. Oh, for some reason I thought you couldn't see me from all the way over there. As I mess with this. Anyway, time for the terrible beeping sound. Just pre-prepping that as well. Nope. Nothing. Not even a pop from any of that water? Pop. Anyway, what else was I talking about? Before we got onto the topic of Nyan slaughter. How did we get here? How did I get here? How's his laptop handling having the chat open and everything? Come on, a little hotter. What was I talking about? Oh, I was talking about programming my bot to be smarter. But, yeah, no, I was thinking, besides, like, adding game reviews, like, options to it, and then more, like, theories and just sentence builders, I should also make my bot able to request random recipes. Like make up, like, random recipes. Like, you know, it just said peanut butter hot dogs earlier. So, I need my bot to give me ideas, but first I have to, like, figure out a bunch of different things to, like, throw into it. Ooh, okay, there we go. So yeah, let's just pre-cook the bacon a bit. It's sticking still. Along with the bacon, actually, there's one thing I want to do. I'm not really... Oh, it's in a plastic container. I'm gonna have to put it in its own thing. In fact, I should have done it first, before even the bacon was in here. But I've got this sausage that I'm going to use for the other pizza. But you see it has a lot of fat in the bottom of the container. I'm not really going to recook it much because, you know, it's fine to put in the... It's perfectly fine to just put on the pizza because it was cooked once before. But what I do need to do is I want to get that fat on the pan and then use that, like, to kind of flavor the chicken a little. That's part of why I'm doing the bacon grease first. Or getting a little, or I should say getting a little bacon grease first. Because I want to season the chicken a little bit. Yeah, this just needs a minute. Maybe I can get a little crispy. But it'll crisp up in the oven as well. So I just kind of need this cooked and ready. Ready for my arrival. Oregano! I think oregano would be good here. A little bit of pepper. Just a tiny bit of chili powder. You know what? I'm gonna stick with that. That'll be my sort of tight thing here. I don't like that this stuck to the pan a bit. By the way, how's the camera angle? It's not the greatest. It's really hard to get you in here for this bit, just because I don't actually really have much of a taller camera. Okay, that's plenty cooked. Oven mitts, please. Make sure that grease comes off. I don't have a great way of getting some of this stuff out of the pan. Like, I'm not very good at this part. If I'm trying to, like, get it out without it, like, taking the grease with it. I need something that's... Like, I need, like, a silicone, like, spoon or something. Like, the spatula is not very good. Okay, I did say I wanted to try to degrease this a little. I'm not sure if it's actually that wise of a choice, but whatever. Just, like, cook it for a split moment. Enough to heat it up. Honestly, I could have probably just microwaved it for a sec. I guess there wasn't actually that much fat on it. In fact, it might get too much bacon fat mixed in if I'm not careful. Yeah, I actually regret this immediately. I'm taking that back off. I'm also going to turn that down. That's probably actually going to start smoking too much. Get off the pan. Yeah. I do not want the fats smoking. This is a no smoking zone. A little bit of sausage mixed with the chicken is going to be fine. So let me just get most of this out and then throw the chicken on immediately. Come on. It's not going to hurt anything. Okay. Oh, boy. Don't worry, I cleaned the floor before all of this. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Oh, don't worry, I never regret eating my spaghetti. I'm very good at making spaghetti. It's one of the 2 things I have to make, or one of the 3 things I have to make every week. Okay. Alrighty, just gotta cook this and season it at the same time. Again, I'm a little annoyed things are sticking to the pan so much, but whatever. Wait, which one was this? Yeah, okay, it's the paprika. I can get away with that. I don't really want the chicken, like, spicy. Oh, yeah, so I posted it on the Discord. But, I also posted it to my Blue Sky. Just a funny little thing that I did earlier is I painted over a screenshot from my Me stream. My Tomodachi Life stream. And I got rid of the nose line. And it's so much better. I think I would use all of those different, like, larger and rounder shaped noses if they were like that. Legitimately. So, okay, here's the funny thing. I was reminded of it because there was a thread on Reddit of a screenshot from Twitter. Yeah, I know. The most internet sentence you've ever heard. Where basically people were talking about how, man, Twitter is all about, like, engagement bait, like, rage bait kind of garbage these days. And it was somebody complaining that it's just, like, all these noses, and people use the same 3 boring ones. And it's just, like, the Twitter engagement bait aspect of it was somebody trying to spin it as, as a, like, racism thing. Like, in terms of, like, people do this because they are racist. And, I don't know, it's Twitter. It doesn't actually have to mean anything, for people to make claims like that. It's like I can kind of see where they were probably trying to imply, but that doesn't mean it lands as a comment or if, as anything more than rage bait. In terms of how they were presenting it, at least. Sorry, chat, you're gonna be staring at the ceiling again. But, there we go. Back over here. But, so, like, it immediately reminded me and got me thinking about how, yeah, my issue with the noses isn't that they're, like, big or weird or anything. It's the stupid line. It's the little line that they draw around the noses. That's my only problem with it. I'd rather be staring at the blank page before me. Anything but Twitter. So, I think that's the funny part. It's just, like, anybody trying to attribute it to anything other than the shape. The line is, like, what ruins the shape of those eyes, or those noses. I'd rather be staring at the blank page before me, and then you should open up a dirty window. Huh? I feel like... Is this a reference to something, or am I misunderstanding? What are we talking about? Oh, it is a reference? Okay. Can I get this closer? I don't like how far away you guys are. Anyway, yeah. Comically, this got me thinking today. I've been thinking about this for years, that for my own game projects, if I ever have games where I want, like, character customization or player icons or just anything like that, I very much have wanted to make my own Mii Maker for a very long time. Is this going to be my ultimate motivation of making my own, like, version of this, is just so I can basically have something that's very similar to Mii's, except the noses are, like, the noses are exactly as diverse as they are in Tomodachi Life, but they don't have the stupid outline. I mean, it's not really just that, though. It's also wanting to, like, add features that I know everybody would use, but Nintendo borderline refuses to just, like, add. For instance, Nintendo wants the Miis to be people. But let's be honest, everybody uses it as an OC generator. So, I just remembered that I finished removing moisture from the mozzarella. And thus it's just like, yeah, give people the ability to add ears, add tails, have square heads so they can do robots, like, you know, all kinds of like unique stuff like that. Just give them the options. So as you might notice with the liquid in here, this is the problem. If I baked the pizza without doing this liquid ends up on the pizza and makes the pizza into a puddle. I'm gonna use just some tissue paper here. Oh, or not tissue paper, but you know, paper towels. But yeah, so I guess part of it is just like a meme maker designed for someone that's not kidding themselves in terms of like it's like for Nintendo, as many cool things as they add to the meme makers, you know, we're always shocked when we actually get something like pointed like elf ear kind of things, or unnatural like skin colors. Like that's the thing I kind of forgot. I think even in Miitopia, the skin colors were just like the masks, and stuff. Like Cappy was mentioning today that the arms and legs and whatnot, they actually match the color properly now, and I'm like, oh yeah, that was a problem, wasn't it? It didn't match before, if I recall. You added the colors as like a face paint, basically. So it's like, now we can actually have aliens and robots and whatever else. Anyway, let's set that aside. Blue. Though I guess also for people with somewhat more unique skin colors, like I think Nintendo added quite a lot of skin colors at one point. So I think that was less of a problem for actual like people, but you know, the accuracy is always nice to just have more. Like I think the actual like proper like me system, it's been mostly fine. It's just, you know, you can do people, you can't do freaks. At least, you know, again, if I'm talking like everybody's furry characters can now be achieved. Robots and furries, that's all that exists on the internet now. It's the Calvin and Hobbes meme format. That's 3 scoops, right? 4, 5, 6, I believe. Oh boy. Please tell me I counted right. I got too distracted and I've made mistakes before. I have a specific ratio that I've been using for this, and I've occasionally been forgetting. Living the dream. No. Just fixing the noses on the Mii's is living the dream. Now, but no, yeah, the Calvin and Hobbes joke of there's only 2 things. Surprisingly enough, humans, robots. They seem like furries, but they're robots. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing with this. Okay, so a little bit of garlic powder, just for that little tinge, that idea of flavor. Yeah. So let me actually get on with doing the dough here. Or are humans, like, they seem like robots, but they're actually furries. Is a little bit more than 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. Oh, the screen just... Modern social media seems like furries, but it's actually robots. Oh no! Oh, that's cursed. Believe it or not, scams. Or sorry, fraud. I think it was the word. Alrighty, so just 2 teaspoons of sugar. Again, sugar makes things brown slightly differently. And it also makes the bread rise a little faster. Okay, so we got all of that. By the way, where's my... There it is. So yeah, I trialed and errored for a couple weeks doing different pizzas. I wanted to get like the consistency exactly how I wanted it. Frogs? Robots? No, frogs and furries. 2. Also, yes. Okay, here's the stupid thing about measuring when you're baking like this. Heaping teaspoon is a measurement. Like, you can't be bothered to do it an exact teaspoon and then an eighth. Frauds sounds like frogs. Frogs are fraud. Something something pepes. Wait, yeah, rare pepes are not rare at all. They're fraud. What was it? Like, wait, no, actually, ooh, oh. Okay, no. Rare pepes look like gambling, but they're actually fraud. Sorry, I love that stupid, like, that Calvin and Hobbes meme is great. And especially the edit of, like, there's only 2 industries left in America, fraud and gambling. The stock market looks like gambling, but it's actually fraud. Anyway, here's my pre-prepped egg. Just throw that whole thing in there. Somehow, I'm just now getting this notification. RIP. Yeah, welcome to pizza. Welcome to pizza. You haven't missed pizza yet. I have that specific edit saved on my computer now. I think I might have it as well. I can't remember. It was so funny. Twitch notifications are incredibly slow, which is part of why I, like... Yeah, I don't even know... How do you set up notifications? Are they like desktop notifications? I've never set up notifications for Twitch. I just rely on people to post them to like their social media or Discord or whatever. Anyway, so far we have our flour, our yeast, our sugar, our salt, a little bit of garlic powder, 3 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 egg. We got that all mixed up in there. And now... all these ratios are built for exactly... Where is it? Oh no, don't tell me I didn't clean that. Ah, crud. I gotta clean something real quick. Yeah, it got used. I need exactly 1 cup of hot water, set between 120 and 130 degrees. I was bird watching, and now I'm crab watching. Oh, mobile notifications. I don't know what happened to my phone, but I only get notifications like 2 days late now. I was adding rosemary to the bread. It was pretty good. Yeah, I might start adding spices to the bread again. I'm starting to get daring with it. But at one point previously, like, when I was kind of newer to kneading the dough, I've just been avoiding, like, larger chunks of spice that might, like, rip the dough or something. Anyway, so I will be comically all the way over there for a second. Where's the measuring device? Where the heck is it? Ah, there it is. I still love this thing. Okay, what do we got? We got, dang, 140. I'm still not perfect at oh, well, yeah. Whoa, okay, I overdid it on the heat today. Erps. Believe it or not, measuring out a cup of water, gambling. Sorry, a cup of hot water. Yes. Correct. Let me see. That's way more than a cup. So get back over here. That's still more than a cup. That is now slightly under a cup. Dang it! I'm very specific about this right now. This is very important to me. I've been testing like different ratios lately and just like I just want it to be kind of perfect. Okay. Let me just double check I didn't heat that up too much. Or cool it down too much, I should say. Yeah, that should be fine. Everything's fine. Just throw that in there. He's like, hey, Crab, should be live? Maybe. Maybe. Go for a walk, but lurking. Go walk your hammy. Yeah, so... Pizza, believe it or not, fraud. What? Okay, well, can we actually extend that to a joke about, like, pizza places being fronts for, like, mafias or something? I mean, that could be gambling or fraud. It really just kind of depends. Anyway, one of the benefits of doing it with ratios, and I don't actually know why I've been, like, stirring this at all. If you do it with a ratio, you don't have to bother, like, testing it or anything. So I can just, like, throw this in the machine. Okay. We now... Oh, what kind of camera angle is that? That's so far away. We now have, like, half an hour. By the way, what I wouldn't give... to just be able to hang this from the ceiling and point it directly down at the food. Like, that would be amazing. Like, that's probably a kind of better camera angle. Up and down. Like, this is such a weird thing to set up. There's a Sam & Max location you want to see, namely a pizza place that is front for a mafia. I mean, it's like a whole trope. There's like this goofy story from ages. It is gambling and fraud. There's this goofy story of it's like, I don't know how true it is, but somebody went into a place and they were almost certain it must have been a front because the people seemed confused that anybody was here buying anything. And it's just like, yeah, I don't know how true this story is. It's probably just a goofy internet tale. But I feel like this has to have happened once in history. I mean, they still made him the food, apparently. And it was pretty good. Sold this one. Oh no. I'm gonna take a drink real quick. Okay, so I've got about half an hour. So in that half an hour, I've got a couple more things I can do real quick. Namely, this is not a pizza with nothing. We're not holding the sauce. We're not holding the beauty of the cosmos. Which is just sauce, by the way. If you didn't know, sauce is the beauty of the cosmos. So this is like the tiny remains I had from my previous sauce, so I'm just gonna get this in here real quick. There's gotta be a better camera angle for this, right? Like, I legitimately... Okay, 1 second, chat. Pro strats. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm trying something real experimental today. Oh no, I messed up. I know I've like lifted you by your collar and I'm just jostling all the change out of your pockets right now. But you've got to trust me. You've got to trust me, chat. It's worth it. This tripod can become incredibly tiny. Oh my gosh. I didn't even think about the fact that I could put it on the countertop. It's kind of too close now, actually, funny enough. Okay. Hi, chat. What happens if I, like, lift that? Like, I guess it pulls it back a little. Nah, that's fine. I think as is. Zip. None pizza left beef. For all the beef we have now, I haven't... Ooh. Yeah, I'm wondering, like, steak pizza? Yeah, you're just kind of like standing and squatting above me now, so that's cool. I feel very intimidated. I can't believe I didn't like think of this before. Okay. That was not very much sauce, but I just had to get rid of it before it went bad or anything. Only problem is I have to adjust the webcam. Like, now if I want to put you back on the floor. Oops. Wait. I'm having problems. There we go. Right. Sorry. I'm grabbing my cans. Let me just make sure they're not dusty on top before I open them. I'm gonna need this later. And where is the can opener? Oh, it's right there. Okay. If there's a product, another one of these random products, I would recommend, get one of these weird newer can openers. But you have to get a good one. If you get a bad one, they're terrible. If you get a good one, they're decent. I don't know what brands or what. But they're like totally worth it. Because the sort of magic of these ones is that they don't rip open like the inside. Like if you look at them, the blade is like kind of on the side. It's really weird. Oh, wow, that actually focused right on in. They're kind of weird. They're kind of simple though. And then the can itself, this is one of those things where it's just like, we had one of these that was like really disappointing once, but then we got like one that was pretty good. The can itself, the lid pops off like using the ridge, the way that the can is designed, which means you can actually like put it back on. It's these are the things where it's just like mankind does not need to plateau. Good thing I cleaned the top of that. Technologies we're all used to can be improved. Anyway, the other nice thing about it is because it doesn't really have a sharp ridge, like these silicone spatulas, they'll actually get kind of a little bit destroyed while trying to get your stuff out of your can. And it actually really it like prevents it from getting like weird damage. Oh yeah, now that it's paused for a second while it just kind of lets it sit, yeah, that dough's looking fine. It should be good by the time. There's a lot of products that I feel like people being used to the existing version of. Like, like, I'm very susceptible to it as well, because I have the digital problem of it. I can't actually 100% tell how often a website is worse or different. I will say I have a few specific opinions that make it obvious, like, if I consider something worse. One of the things being, like, a lot of websites decided to get rid of, like, sidebars or other things where you would just have a bunch of just available information and settings that you could work with. They put them all into, like, fold-outs and stuff like that. I hate that. It's a trend that I imagine some people like, but for me, it's like, nope, that, at least subjectively, do not like this. I feel like weirdly enough, I haven't used this site in years, but the site that made me realize how much I hate that was when DeviantArt updated its look to that, like, that weird newer one with, like, the Z-shaped logo. By the way, you can also, like, still works with pull top ones. Or, like, the pull top is, like, it's convenient, but, like, again, I don't know, this is so much more convenient. I guess it's especially nice if you're, if you need to use, like, half a can of something, you can just put it right back into the fridge. You don't need to put, like, aluminum on top or put it into another container. It just works. But yeah, I remember DeviantArt, like, something about, I don't remember the specific features, but something about the way that site updated back in the day was just the worst in literally every way possible. I think the site was less performant as well. But yeah, it just, I don't know. By the way, if you want, like, an example of buying things in bulk instead of just buying when you need them, yet again, actually, I'm gonna keep this can and wash it and use it to store oil. I'll just put that over there for now. I think I've mentioned it before. So at Costco, I think I got, like, a 12-pack of, like, so you've got the tomato sauce. Well, actually, okay, so you've got tomato paste, which is the small can of, like, dried stuff. And then, yeah, just basic tomato sauce. Anyway, I've got 15 more minutes before I have to worry about anything. 5 more minutes until I have to start preheating some stuff. I think each of these were like $10 for 12, or maybe it was $25 total for both of them. I can't remember exactly. But, yeah. Having a 12-pack of this, I got this like 6 months or so ago, and I'm still going through it, making pizza like every week. It's actually like insane buying in bulk and just realizing like, oh, this is going to actually last me forever. Anyway, we got some garlic powder, some paprika, onion powder. Get that in there. What else? I'm actually blanking a little bit on the combination of things I would usually put in here. A little bit of pepper. That wasn't really very much, but you actually really don't need much, like, black pepper. It's actually surprisingly potent. Oregano! Get in there. You know what? Just to cover our bases, a little bit of Italian seasoning as well. I'm forgetting something, though. I'm almost certainly forgetting a spice that I tend to put in these. I mean, cilantro is kinda... I mean, I guess just basil. I could add some more, like, basil. Just... Oregon Trail. Oregano Trail? You know what? More garlic. That was the wrong side. That's fine. How much is that actually? Just take a little bit of that out. That's fine. It's garlic. I eat more garlic than that in a lot of things. These are going to be slightly more garlicky pizzas for a little while. Just slightly. I mean, this will last for like 6 pizzas, so who knows? Maybe this will be great. Honestly, yeah, considering how much you put on garlic bread, this will be my test because Gold's family isn't as much of like a garlic and onion eater. And aside from the texture of garlic and onion, when I get rid of the texture, he never complains about me adding a bunch of garlic and onion flavored to things. Yeah, that sauce is actually perfectly fine. It might be a little extra dense with the garlic, but whatever. Once you have the like cheese and other stuff, it technically just means I probably just need less sauce. Right. So yeah, you're just watching me from up here now, I guess. Okay, so something I just have to do real quick. Like, can I? Okay, one second. This is stupid, but can I pull you around all the way? How much give does this give me? Can I get you over here? Oh no, just barely not. Okay, one second, chat. We're taking you all the way around. Push all this out of the way. I love how it just tilts up by accident every time. Okay, you're over here now, chat. I'm not sure if this makes any sense. Like, to have you over here, but, I'm gonna start preheating the oven, by the way, just while I'm over here. 450 degrees! Yeah, so, bring you a little closer. Okay, so I got my shredding device. To shreds, you say? What am I doing here? How small do I want the shreds? I think I want the shreds one less small than that. Sorry, this machine is goofy. Okay, so we've dried our cheese. By the way, can you see all this? I'll point you down a little bit more. We've dried all our cheese, so now we shove it into here. Because I can't be bothered to just cut this manually. There's a lot of process. Obviously, it's always going to be a bit slower on stream. But, I mean, I can make these pizzas in under, like, an hour and a half, I think, these days. I've kind of been optimizing different parts of them, but, you know, stream presentation, you know, it's a whole thing. Okay, and now that part's done. Great value. Oh! Why is it glowing? Wait, why is the canola oil glowing, but the cereal isn't? Get out of here, product placement. You're not allowed. I'm not sponsored by anybody or anything. But I will tell you products I like. The consumer in me gets out sometimes, you know? Granted, like, a lot of these things I'm suggesting are efficiency-based, so... Scary blade of death falling over. Seeing that brand online a lot. So Great Value is the generic Walmart. You don't have any money, so you buy the cheaper one version. So basically everything at Walmart has a Great Value version. It's kind of like how Costco's thing is Kirkland brand stuff. The sort of difference between the two is that Costco is liked and Walmart is not. Anyway, yeah, we have shredded cheese. I would like to get away from Walmart completely, but I can't find certain products at other stores sometimes. And it's really frustrating me. Okay, so we got that. We have about 10 minutes or so. So I'll put you back over here. So it's American brand, so I never actually see it in use. I forget, do you have Walmarts? If you don't go to Walmart, yeah, you're not gonna see it. Which, if you don't go to Walmart, thank goodness. We don't need that escaping containment into other countries. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank goodness. Okay. What am I doing? So I've got my cheese. I've got my sauce. Oh, I know. I need these pizza pans. Yeah, Aldi's a good store. There's actually one near the Walmart, and I would like to go there more. I just need to find like where else to get a couple things that I don't know, it's part of our like usual cycle. Aldi and Costco both seem to be companies that respect their employees. So I'm willing to like them as corporations until they stop. But Aldi isn't like an American brand, so it's actually unlikely to stop being ethical. I mean, what? I'm pretty certain that's how that is. Anyway, so I'm taking these over here. Oh, where's the... Oh, crud, I threw that in the sink. Okay. Crud. I'm just preheating these so that they're warm when I rise the dough on them. Ignore the 1,000 things on the countertop here. I didn't put away the clean dishes. They were still drying. We have like some projects. I was debating opening my Switch back up. You can see that over there. Half this stuff is all just my various cleaning supplies. So it's like, it looks like a mess, but it's not that much of a mess. It's just a regular person's kitchen and not a set piece. Okay, there's one thing that's kind of a mess. We were extracting pepper seeds, and there's just like a container here with pepper seeds. That probably doesn't need to be here. Anyway. Start that up. Okay. So I should grab another bowl real quick to put this chicken in. Again, I don't think I would go like this fancy with like prepping toppings usually. I think I would usually pick like one special topping and then Am I like visible over here? I can't see because the screen turned off. Well, I would also probably cook the chicken another day and then use what I have. Stream is on stream? I guess I pointed. That's funny. I pointed at the laptop for a second. Eh, eh, eh. Get in there. Eh. Okay. Oh, crud. I just realized. I've already got stuff in this. Oh my gosh, I'm going to use 1,000 containers today. Why do I do these streams like this? I can use this bowl. I wanted to use this again, real quick. Okay, so we get the cheese into a bowl. Okay, 1 second. So all I'm going to do is extract the parts I threw in here and rinse them off real quick. I'm going to angle you so you can see what I'm doing. Something that's designed to wipe my hands on. Usually a mess after I bake cooking something. Yeah, that's oops. That's what the apron is for. The apron is for many things, but that is one of them. Okay. One more silly thing I want to try. Again, this is where I feel like I would usually like pick one fancy thing to do. You're not really going to be able to see this very well, but whatever. I'm going to extract some peppered onis. I'm going to grab a handful of them. I'm going to shove them in here. And I'm going to give them one pulse because I felt like this was effective the other day. And I feel like I liked the slightly less uniformed pepperonis. So they're like, some of them are full size, some of them are smaller. It's a bit odd, but then I'm going to actually turn this back on for a minute. And I'm just going to cook them a little bit. Just a little bit. The whole batch of them. And it's going to be great. Let's see. Did I miss something up ahead? Oh, you were talking about an apron. Yeah, I did miss something. Whoa, I just scrolled up like crazy. First 1,000 items are fine. 1,000 once one though. I actually need this like heated up really fast. I'm actually running out of time. I have 5 more minutes. I have been pulling it out of the machine a little sooner recently. 30 minutes of kneading isn't entirely necessary. It doesn't really make that much of a difference after like 20 minutes. And it's a little faster if I, don't have it do that. Faster. Yeah, so yeah, I do know there's an Aldi I can go to for a couple things. One of the things that kind of annoys me, so it's not something I could get at Aldi because Aldi's more of a food store. I don't really have another option. I have not found another store that sells the simple powdered like just simple powdered like dishwasher soap. It's all the tablets, and the tablets are terrible. The tablets actually do not work as well, despite the way they market them. They're just fancier looking so that they can charge you more for them, for what is essentially equivalent product to just putting the correct amount of powder in the dishwasher. Wow, this actually shredded it a little bit more. I wonder if I used the other tool last time. But yeah, I just want to get these a little pre-cooked because it'll make the pepperonis just that little bit extra crispy once they're cooked for real. I like how just like mixing a pan of red. It's just pure red. Yeah, I really don't have to cook them much more than this, to be honest. Just enough to like start separating the oils and getting them to think that they're crisping. In fact, we're gonna take that off the heat now. We're doing a pizza stream. I gotta make good pizza. I do want to make like fancier pizza. Like, so I've done in the past like fancier crusts and stuff. I'm not doing any of that today. So another one, I'll probably have like a more artisanal pizza stream at some point. Okay, so the dough is probably just about done. Um, for this next part, I'm not 100% sure how to set you up here, chat, just because like I'm gonna have to put you real on the edge to make sure nothing explodes. Please don't fall. I can't break this camera. I don't quite have the budget to replace it. And I don't want to go back. Good pizza, great pizza. Both kinds of pizza are equally good. One is just more equal than the other. Okay. Okay. Now, the timing of all this works out in a way where I do have a little bit of breathing room in a moment where I can just clean some dishes um, while I wait for the dough to do some rising. In fact, it's time. Pa-pa! Okay, let me um figure this out. Just need to figure this out. Put that over there. Get flour everywhere real quick. And remember how like overly wet and goopy that other dough that I had like in the other stream was? I mean, it wasn't like super wet and goop. Okay, it was pretty wet. Um, much more reasonable. Like it's spring. It kind of is spring. It was 80 degrees, and then it was 40 degrees, and then it was 80 degrees, and then 40. It was some level of degree at some point. Okay, where's my weird spatula? Did I? I didn't toss that in the sink, did I? Oh my gosh, what am I doing? Why am I throwing everything in the sink today? I don't want to leave this off the heat for too long, or the yeast might start freaking out at me for misbehaving it. Now my hands are wet. What have I done? Okay, okay. Dry my hands a little bit better. And get a little bit of olive oil on both of them. A little bit more than that. Oh, not that much. Well, we're getting that on our hands first, and then on the dough. I think this one dough is a little smaller than the other. These are going to be a little extra oily. Oh my gosh, why? How did I do that? Okay, this is why we have the dish soap. Oils get the dish soap. Okay. Cloth. Cloth. And these. Oh man, I'm gonna get this poor cloth a little greasy. These get put over here. This is why we have the ramen cups. I've strategically not eaten the rest of this pack of ramen because it means I can put 2 pizzas over here and let them grow. Uh-huh. This is the life that I live. Anyway, those need a couple minutes. So, in the meantime, I'm going to clean some dishes. I think I have everything else ready for... We're getting real close. Okay, here's the thing. We're getting real close, chat. In a couple minutes, I will be throwing pizzas. This is the pivotal moment of the stream where after all of this, I must throw the dough on stream and not mess it up. I have been decently successful at throwing the dough. But now we're on camera, so uh-oh. Anyway, I'm just going to do the dishes for like 5 minutes. Then we're going to throw pizza. Why is my allergies getting freaked out? My back hurts. Am I old? Chat, I'm turning 30 this year. Am I old? I think it's time for me to be old. 2 feet in the grave. Maybe this is why I play Minecraft with like engineering mods now. The game grew up with me. You don't get to be old until I am your unk. Right, that's what the kids say. And now I have to say that phrase about every phrase now. I don't care if I can detail to you the events that lead up to how a skibbity toilet becomes a thing. I'm old, and I'm not with it anymore. That was the joke I was going to say the other day. We were having a conversation about trends and gold. You were talking about how funny it is, how upset some other people were getting about 6-7 because it's just like you can relate to you can relate to having dealt with for like years some of these memes that it's just like everybody would regurgitate and you never in your life got that frustrated about it. So it's funny seeing these young old people be like the kids these days. Especially when you know they would have been laughing about old memes, but now they're old. Anyway, so the silliness of it all was I was gonna reference the Simpsons bit of I was with it once, but then they changed what it was, and oh crud, how does it go? It was, and now oh crud, I don't remember the whole line. I was with it once, and then they changed what it was. And does he just go into and it will happen to you? I can't remember the full line, but it's that bit where it's just like you will get old. You will not be with it forever. And you must accept this fate or die. What? Don't let the old man in until I literally expire. Do a best before date. Yeah, what's it now is scary. It'll happen to you. Um, this dough really doesn't need more than a minute or two to be prepared for being destroyed. But I'll give it like a minute more. I'll clean like one thing real quick. But then I gotta powder my nose and powder my hands. Now powdering my nose is what will happen when I throw the pizza and the flour goes everywhere. Actually, wait. Okay, instead of cleaning things, I need to set you all up for the I need to get the viewing angle right cuz this is an ordeal. I was with it once, but then what was it changed and what's it now is scary. It'll happen to you. Yeah, that's the whole thing generally. Okay, so the problem is the pizza first is prepared on the counter and then is prepared in the air. So I need to get like an angle that's like back here, but not like too far back. Like basically enough that you can both see the countertop and the sky. This is a whole process, chat. Trust me. Can your faucet extend? Let's see. Is it visible on camera? Oh yeah, it is. I thought it would like just come off from like the off screen. Um I actually thought like 1 second. Let me see if I can. Oh no, it's gonna be on screen either way. Like I was hoping it would be like yeah, just like that. Like I don't know. I can't get it to be off screen enough for the bit. We used to have one of those. I mourn it every day. The thing that I very much miss, I had a shower head that was kind of like that. It was so amazing for like both like cleaning the shower and um cleaning yourself. It was a beautiful thing. I don't know if I need. I'm trying to figure out what to do with the camera angle here. Maybe from like this angle. This might be better. It'll get the computer a little bit less in view. Yeah, is that high enough? I'm not sure, chat. I'm second guessing if I've got the camera high enough for this. Like I think I need like a lower angle. Like what do I do with this? This is hmm. If I extend these out and then I put this down and then I put this up. Oh, I need that for the preview. That back, put this down a little bit more. It might be the best compromise I can get. But like my arms go off screen, don't they? I'm going to have to adjust this before I throw it, I think. Yeah, no, that this is an impossible task unless we go all the way into the laundry room. How far back is that now? This is stupid. Okay. So you're not going to be able to see entirely you're not going to be able to see entirely what I'm doing here. Oh my gosh, that's spread out a lot more. Is it because I put the olive oil on it? Like I put so much olive oil on it? Okay. Flour on my hands. I've either messed everything up and everything is going to be terrible, or this is going to be amazing. Okay, so first process, and it's very hard to show this from the distance, but the various like tutorials and stuff that I looked at when I first started doing this kind of has you just like you do. Oh man, I really wish I could show. Maybe with the second one, I'll try to show this closer. Um, you just kind of you work your way like that. I think this one's gonna be real weird and stretchy. Um, and you just stretch out the pizza a bit. You get it kind of big already, and then you begin the throwing. Oh, this one is stretchy, stretchy. Oh, it's so stretchy. Okay. I must have maybe I did something with the ratios. Maybe maybe it got a little freaky with the olive oil. Um, but I mean that stretched out like immediately. This is why like doing it this way is so much better than rolling. It's so fast. This is a little thin, but that will actually be fine. So we're gonna set this to um go for just a minute here. Like this is the climax of the stream in a lot of ways. It is a blink and you miss it kind of event though. Like the best part of the stream is like 5 seconds. I should have given people more like forewarning. So with this second one, I'll do it closer, and then I'll angle it into the sky. So let's just flip you. So yeah, um, yeah. The one I saw basically, it's just like yeah, form the and I love doing it this way. By the way, this isn't like this is just like part of my like figuring it out as I go. Um, yeah. So you just spread it out like that, and then let me put you back again, and into the air. Let's see. Okay, so I pick it up. Oh, this one. Whoa. Oh, I don't think I can do another throw. Oh, oh, it's so stretchy. This is a stretchier dough. This just means I can do another part. Where I try. I think it's the olive oil. I put so much on it, it just like absorbed all of it. These holes are a little awkward, but I think I can fix that. Just just gotta pinch everything back together. Oh, 1 second. I didn't get you back over here. But yeah, you you noticed how it was a mound, but it stretched out so much that the middle is now thin. Like that's the crazy part. I do have to fix this a little, so we're gonna have to mash it a little. I don't like doing this, but oh man, yeah, this pizza was stretchy. I still haven't perfected getting the consistency so it doesn't just do this every time. But I mean, yeah, I did the pizza. Um, so this one will also go and rise for another minute or two. Um, or a couple minutes, I guess. We'll do some more cleaning in the meantime. And that's the throwing process really. I need to work on um like improving my consistency because man I thought I had it down but oh, that's way too far over. I thought I had it down but yeah apparently I think it was the olive oil, me spilling all of that olive oil. That was crazy. That said, that went well enough. Getting the spin, I don't think I have enough speed either. I really want to like really be able to like throw and centrifuge them completely. This is the one with the chip in it. I thought we weren't using this one anymore. But anyway, yeah. Give those a couple more minutes and then we shall decorate the pizza. Now, that one might be a little annoying to get off the pan because I had to press the holes together. It's a little unfortunate, but I can't wait to actually watch that back on screen or on stream or no on the VOD because I sorry um I have not really gotten to witness the other angle of how I've been throwing these things. There might be like an aspect of this that I'm doing wrong, but I really don't know if I will be able to tell even if I see it from the other angle. Yes, very, very, very fun moment. Again, if you do it perfectly, it takes like no time at all. I mean, the first one took like no time at all. Um, technically, I don't really need to like toss them to that like extent either. The method I was showing you, where you like press the pizza and stretch it out, that kind of just works. There's a couple arguments for throwing it. Um. Oh wait, what am I thinking? Oh, this is over here. There's a couple arguments for throwing it, but some people are unconvinced. So in that case, you can just spread it out. I do think it does give it like a nice final flair to the whole thing. Actually, let that fully air dry, even though I mostly got it. Oh, fell in the sink. Still mad at my dad for running one of my favorite cutting boards, putting it. Oh, I know we talked about that last time. Yeah, I've learned that lesson myself. I used to not really like dealing with cutting boards. Just something about the cleaning process was annoying. I think it's because they have that like weird ridge, but then if you use a brush like this, it's really not that big of a deal. Though I guess unfortunately, a few times is a lot worse than doing it once and learning your lesson. Checking on the pizzas. They need rotated because this thing can't really fit two pizzas properly. Man, I feel like the hot air is having difficulties today. I'm not sure. Okay, just one or two items from here, and then I think I'll grab the first pizza off of that and begin the process. Like considering the pizza making process compensates for the cleaning part of it, I think I've gotten the efficiency down. Now, there's also some parts of this where, like thin or thick crust on pizza. I would say I like it a bit more thick, or maybe somewhere in between. It's hard to say. It depends on the mood and whatnot. But like that's why I want to get the throwing process a little bit better because these pizzas are kind of inconsistent still. If I get it down to like a science with both the consistency of the dough and the consistency of my throw, then it should be a nice consistent medium-ish crust throughout. Of course, these are I guess thin crusts even when they're thicker. I could make them a little smaller, but it is only like 3 cups of flour for the entire thing, for the entire two pizzas. Which I forget how many cups of flour I would do for like just a loaf of bread, but I feel like it's a bit lower than that. Maybe I don't know actually. How much would I actually use? Okay, By the time I get your legs back shortened, we should be able to start messing with the pizzas. Oops. Chat, your tail is tangled around itself. There we go. Go. Wait, no. More? Sound effects coming off the pizza. I don't. It's not nearly hot enough to make waves. There's no way. Okay. Bringing over the first pizza while adjusting the second one. Yeah, I mean, despite it all, I mean, I guess it's not the thinnest crust in the world. Oh yeah, so one of the benefits of doing the actual, like making an actual pizza sauce, first of all, buying like pre-made pizza sauce, weirdly expensive at times, compared to making it at home. Second of all, like if you're using just like pasta sauce, usually pasta sauce and marinara sauce is like cooked, whereas like the pizza sauce is just salty or whatever. Also, you can see this is very thick over here. This is very thin. It will cook pretty solid despite that, but yeah, not perfect by any means. Also, yeah, the trick I've found is that a spoon is plenty good for spreading the sauce. Of course, yeah, there's a couple ridges. I'm not perfect at putting the pizza back on the pan is another issue I have. Sometimes it like folds in on itself if I'm not careful, and I really need to figure out how to just plop it down and have it work out pretty well. Okay. Nice, even-ish sauce. The music has stopped. Ooh, it's kind of cool in my room. My dad. Get that music back. I need something to fill in between my incessant sniffling. Okay. Next. Figuring out what half of the cheese is always its own process. I'm not always amazing at. The cheese will spread out, but also the cheese not being perfectly uniform these pizzas are a little, like, I don't think I usually make them this wide. They're extra stretchy, so they come out a little extra wide. So I gotta be actually a little careful how I distribute cheese. Okay, so this is going to be our sausage pepperoni. Just get a whole lot of sausage spread around. A little loud? Scrap the little? It's very loud? Why is it loud? It's... Huh? 1 second. This is the same playlist, which I thought I had balanced. Wait, isn't this part 2 of the same... Yeah, it's volume 2 of the same thing I had before, so it shouldn't be... It doesn't look like it's loud. Is it fine? Like, should I adjust it? Like, I need one more opinion before I, well, you know what? I'll put it down 1 notch. That's fine. barely hear. Oh, gosh, I feel like it got louder. Okay. 1 second. I gotta go into my volume mixer. I'm just gonna lower Firefox by a few notches. Because I can't. Well, YouTube's already like really low. Let's just half Firefox. Right. I think that should be better. I think that should be better. That better be better. If that's not better, I don't know. Oh. Okay, where was I? Sausage. Right, how's the sausage made? Okay. Spread more of this around. I should have used the other crust for this pizza. I just realized. Because this pizza isn't as heavy as the chicken bacon one. Anyway, let me spread around this kind of shredded pepperoni. I could also do like cubed pepperoni. It's weird. The settings on the music, it was about the same. Okay. Okay. Oh! Greasy. I like to do a slight layer of cheese and then put the toppings on and then another layer of cheese wherever like feels like it has like a little like thin or need. This gets like a slightly uneven kind of thing going where you've got some cheese under the toppings and some over the toppings, and I just think that works really well. Okay, so first pizza. The lighting, I feel like, isn't doing it amazing favors. In fact, I'm kind of curious. How's the lighting now? It does feel better for this view. Like really bright. This webcam ends up a little like blue, I've noticed. Okay, well, I don't think you can see this from here, but this goes into the oven. Now you can kind of see it. Too much, or it'll slide right off. Yeah, true. Okay. Hello over on YouTube. Okay, second pizza time. I can also turn off this device over here. So, despite the issues I had where it had like little holes, you can see after you rise the pizza, it kind of fixes everything. I just want to see, how does that look with and without the light? I need some more like yellowed light. I really can't tell which I prefer. Get rid of that spit. Plop. 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 Let's go. I feel like I've seen like restaurants prepare. Oh, I shouldn't have used this much sauce. Ah, crud. I just remembered. This is the barbecue pizza. I gotta mix a bit of barbecue sauce into it. Like, I might scoop a little off here. To figure out. Yeah, I want to thin this down a little, I think. Oh, okay, I'm gonna use that spatula from before. I just need to remove a little bit. I forgot what kind of pizza I was making. Oh no. Because so there's gonna be barbecue sauce, like on this layer, and then there's gonna be barbecue sauce on top. So if I go a little too far with this, it's gonna be a very like kind of wet pizza. So I think this is for the best. Let me just. Also, it's kind of interesting. You don't really have to define the crust of the pizza that much. In reality, it turns out the crust will be defined. Like you can make the pizza pretty much flat. The crust will be defined by the distribution of like sauce. Like the sauce will kind of flatten a lot of the barbecue sauce. Or sorry, a lot of the dough. The sauce will flatten the dough. I was picking barbecue sauce. But yeah, so I'm using one barbecue sauce underneath, and then I'm gonna use another one on top, so it gets kind of a mixture of barbecue flavors. I don't want to go too crazy with it because again, I went kind of crazy with the sauce. Just yeah, I actually have one of those. I like the spoon more, weirdly enough. The basic spoon is actually weirdly effective. You have to use the back of the spoon, and it's fine. For this layer, we're kind of just mixing the barbecue sauce into the tomato sauce. Nice and uniform. Then there, most of the cheese underneath. Get kind of barbecue sauce I like more. I can't remember what the McDonald's one is like. I haven't had that in a long time. I know my family's go-to has always been Sweet Baby Ray's. Though the one I'm putting under here is I guess hot honey rack. Similar one or what? Can't get too crazy with the cheese. One of those things that the way I've been doing this kind of allows for is there's kind of a maximum level of unhealthy the pizzas can be. We can have larger slices of pizza, but there will always be the same amount of cheese because I'm always using only half of that whatever ounce pack for any given pizza. I really don't need all of the cheese. It's supposed to be not bacon barbecue, but like chicken bacon. The chicken is the primary here. I guess I really use a lot of it. Distribute it, and then I have like a little chicken I can put in like a fried rice later or something. Now, fill any gaps that I see with funny doing this and just feeling like it's taking forever. I've gotten this down to such a science on my actual, like, usually I make these on Sundays, and then we have, like, we do adding. I suggest topping it off with ranch after it's been cooked. See, chicken ranch pizza is kind of its own thing. I mean, I guess barbecue and ranch, some people do. I feel like for this, I would have the, maybe the ranch as a side, rather than on the pizza. So, okay, it has a tiny bit of ranch in it the way I'm getting it. A later pizza stream that I will do. Which, by the way, I'm going to tilt this. Well, actually, yeah, here's the pizza. All of its glory. Pre-cooked. Or, I guess pre-cooked. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, so I experimented with a crab rangoon pizza a couple weeks ago, and I might do a stream where I do that as one of my pizzas. And then maybe like a 4-cheese pizza is like a normal thing to go with it. Okay, Jesus. If if I ever can get back into the dating game, one of my strategies is to inform all the ladies that I do indeed make pizza weekly. Truly, this is my one thing that could get me a relationship is my homemade pizzas. Sorry. Sorry, I just like thinking about the making people jealous or envious of the household of. You have to then imagine I make these every week. If we ever need like a 4th roommate, if we're ever hurting on money enough that we need a little bit extra cash flow, it'll be pizzas. It'll be the advertising. That's how the pizza mafia works. The spatula is better for getting the sauce out of. Just start selling pizzas. That's the thing. Like, I'm wondering, like, you know, maybe if I ever like needed a job at a pizza place, I could probably impress them with the fact that I know how to hand toss. Like learning it professionally probably can't be that much harder once you get the basics down. But I'm really curious if you scale it up to like a professional scale, because like, you know, you're watching all of this. I'm making one dough for 2 pizzas. I'm taking a good long while doing it, but for an actual like restaurant, I'm really wondering how quick it would be. You know, you're making like, I mean, I don't even know, like the batch of dough is so big. That's got to be for like 50 pizzas at a time or more, just in your industrial basin. And you'd probably actually pre-prep that the night before. Like, you've got a bunch of the stuff that actually makes this take forever for me. That's just part of the like the chain of everything going on. So I'm actually wondering how quick I could make pizzas, you know, with proper like equipment and sort of the conditions around it. You know, I'm rising the dough on a dehydrator. I'm having to like dry the cheese because I don't have like the specific supply of cheese that you might actually want. Like, I don't know where pizza places get their cheese. That's a whole question in itself. Building. And then the person that was throwing away my cardboard box throws away my pizza stall while I'm there. I know, like, doing something like that. Like, I just imagine the amount of trouble of just like, you have a license for that? Are you paying for this property? Well, actually, yes. Well, you're still evil. Kills me. What? Food safety, obviously. Like, this is not a professional kitchen environment. I would need a whole place, I think. I would have to like redesign our entire apartment building to actually, like, again, I mentioned earlier with like my kitchen over here with all my stuff. It's just like I was pointing out, this is just somebody's house. This isn't like a set piece. Well, it's also not a professional kitchen. Also, like, I don't have a pizza oven. My entire strategy with the pizza on top of all of this is to cook it in a specific way that I can actually get it to like cook properly in a regular oven. Speaking of which, how is this coming along? It's looking pretty good in there. You'll get to see it soon enough. This one pizza is going to be done way sooner than the other one. So on a usual day, actually, just worth noting that on a usual day, I actually time this out where both pizzas come out within like a couple minutes of each other. Wow, this actually was a full 2 hours. I'm actually a little impressed that it ended up being a full 2 hours. Granted, I had to do the chicken and bacon and all the other stuff. I had to fix the audio. That's a pressing issue. I want to eat some of these pepperoni. So I'm just putting away all the stuff. I know it's silly talking about like relationship stuff, but I keep thinking about how, like, at this point, I wonder to myself, is my biggest like anxiety of starting a new relationship just the fact that it's not even like my finances and whatnot anymore? It's got to be really awkward and uncomfortable to share the kind of bedroom I have with anybody. Like, I don't know, like, with my lifestyle especially. Now, I know I would switch my lifestyle around based on, the timing of somebody that I'm in a relationship with. I feel like that would be important enough. Or I would find somebody that has a similar lifestyle. But, like, I guess the awkward thing I think to myself is my bedroom is my office, and I have, like, a twin-sized mattress. So you have this awkward, cramped little setup if like, two people are in there. And, like, even worse is thinking about the fact that it's just, like, if I don't have my lifestyle entirely adjusted, which, I mean, going to bed together is, like, kind of one of those things that I feel like is notable, like, habit in a relationship. Just have a mattress. Yep, it's just a mattress on the floor. I don't know really, like, bed frames are weirdly expensive, but, like, I want to make one, but I also kind of want a queen-size bed, or at least a full-size bed. The fact that I have a twin-sized mattress still is a whole problem. Get off the ground. Yeah, like, I don't want it on the ground. I can say you that much. For a while, I was pretty okay with it, but I haven't been running ads. It's running ads now. It's running pizza ads. Oh my gosh. I'm getting pizza ads on my own stream. For mold purposes? I guess I can see that, but all the years I've had my mattresses on the floor, mold has not really been an issue. Granted, I do, because there's, like, nothing stopping me from picking them up, I do, like, flip them and clean them. Like, yeah, I mean, I guess maybe I've maintained them okay enough that I haven't had mold issues, but yeah, for me, actually, the reason to keep the mattress off the floor is bug-related. Even though I haven't really had, like, bug problems with my bed, the prospect of ever having something like bed bugs or whatever else get into the house, the only way you can really save yourself is with a bed frame that lifts it off the floor and a couple things to basically you have to surround your bed, like, kind of like salt keep demons out, you have to surround your bed in diatomaceous earth, and that's the only way to save yourself from bed bugs. And so, like, I'm paranoid that'll happen one day. Heck, living in an apartment building and not having control of what the other people in the building do makes me, like, extra worried somebody's just going to have it happen and then the whole apartment building has a problem. And, I mean, that's a whole ordeal itself, but they probably have to, like, yeah, so just the paranoia of that, I feel like I've been indefensible. My indefensible position on the floor has not been great. I will say the diatomaceous earth solution for things like bed bugs is like surprisingly effective. It seems, it seems weirdly like the key to it all. But let's hope that never is something I have to worry about. Ever again. I say again, I never had to worry about it. I had a scare where my brother who was living in the basement. Sorry, I just need to itch my nose. He got like bed bugs. He managed to take care of them for himself. They managed to not move upstairs, but granted, I did surround my floor mattress with diatomaceous earth, so maybe the whole demon circle solution is effective. Much like salt, it will always work. Okay, let me see how the pizzas are looking. One is probably getting farther along. I will say, how do I feel about this right now? Maybe I can get you guys down here so you can see. Oh wait, you're like still. Well, no, that's actually surprisingly good. I mean, it's not like you can see anything, but debating whether I move the one back up to the top so that the cheese gets crispier, or if I leave it down here and just see if the bottom crust will not get too crispy. Like, I'm really not sure what to do with it, just because I'll rotate it. Take a look. We're looking like this, right? You know what? Yeah, I'm putting it back at the top. I'm gonna let the... Oh, crud, I just squished that. I'm gonna let that one finish up with getting the cheese crispier. Anyway, I finished cleaning all my dishes, besides this cast iron pan that I gave it later. But, let me just see. Awkward start. Yeah, that's where it's just like, I would really like to get into a relationship and I don't know, seduce people with pizza skills or something. But yeah, I think it would just be like really easier than it would be now if I had like my office kind of in its own little area, and like I think I could do with like a somewhat smaller bedroom. I say somewhat smaller, but I guess if I'm having a queen size mattress, probably the same size, just with not just making space for a desk and a bed. It would mean that I'm not like, if I'm working late, I won't be like bothering them. Like, cause just imagine I'm trying to sleep. It's just Is it like supposed to be big enough for like? So that's where I'm like, I'm not sure. Is it? I always considered it like big enough for a child, but like, is it like a bunk bed size mattress? Because it's, yeah, I've been using these mattresses since I was on bunk beds as a child. Or is it big enough for two children to sleep together? Just like literal like twin children fitting in one bed. Oh, you're supposed to have two. Oh, it's literally the mattresses are twins. Sorry, I thought this was like coming from a place of like, so like these days we're kind of used to like everybody gets their own bed, everything's a little bit more roomier. But back in the day, like it was more normal for like kids to share space. I mean, bunk beds are still like an extension of that in a lot of ways. I'm gonna drink. Oh. This cup is empty. I have thought about that as well. Okay, so here's like a weird thought that I've thought about. Do you think two twin mattresses is, in the long term of a relationship, possibly a healthier setup in that, like, the way it builds, like, a specific... You can share the space together, but you don't have this, like, sense of, like, impending requirement to share your space together all the time. Yeah. Obviously, it's one of those things where the couple has to sort of make this together. But I've thought to myself, because like if you are having like a if you are having like a nice snuggly night together, I feel like two people can fit on a twin mattress, considering they are literally like fused together. There. Oh my gosh, you're so high up, chat. What are you doing? Chat, get down. That feels unreasonably high up. Okay. First pizza is done. Back down here. I'm gonna move this pizza actually back to the top because the cheese will be better. So okay, you do the twin mattress thing that I'm talking about, and you have, at least for your personal state of your relationship, a benefit of the kind of thing that I was describing. Yeah. Look at this beautiful. Holy moly. I spin a lot in my sleep as well. I'm not sure, whether having somebody in bed with me is going to keep me in place, or if I'm just going to annoy them. Oh yeah, I guess that's the thing. You can still have them close enough that you two are basically, like, you can reach over to each other, but you're not gonna, like, topple each other, I guess. Oh yeah, I feel like the benefit is there. Heck yeah. Half of a thumbnail. I do need to actually figure out, though, how I put two pins on this countertop pizza eventually. Um, yeah, I legitimately have so little experience. I guess I guess if you want an idea of the lack of experience of my relationship history, I've napped with someone once. That's the extent of my intimate contact, I suppose. Just a nap, comfortable. It was nice. It really wasn't something experiencing again. It was many years ago. I haven't been in a relationship in 10 years. I just realized. Oh, kill me. But yeah. So it'll be 10 years soon. But yeah, so it's just like, yeah, it's just one of those things where it's just like, yeah, I do wonder if the two twin mattresses would benefit the way I sleep. Because I think, isn't there also the benefit that, it also, it's like, yeah, if one of the partners, like, gets back, like, late from work or whatever, and the other's in bed already, you're not just kind of, like, messing with them as much when you're trying to get in bed. You're just kind of in your own bed. Also, there's a part of me that thinks about, like, isn't, like, one of the most common, like, sort of, maybe not specifically my wife, but my spouse, just in general jokes that you'll see, is the sort of fighting over, like, the covers and the pillows and whatnot. I can't help but feel like the divide of having two beds and everything that comes with it would ensure that, like, the oldest trope in the book of bed politics wouldn't be a problem. But granted, is this just a problem of people having queen-sized, like a single set of queen-sized sheets instead of, like, 5 different blankets in the bed? Do you people not have unreasonable amounts of blankets and pillows? I feel like I have unreasonable amounts of blankets and pillows available. Quieter and quieter? Is that better? Ultimately do what works for you. I guess, yeah, that's the funny part. Most of the tropes of, like, relationship struggles come down to a complete lack of communication. Like, you don't have to fight over sheets. Just buy more sheets. Yeah, I think the microphone was falling down. This microphone is incredibly temperamental. Okay, getting the second pizza out. Oh, heck yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a little juicy because of the extra sauce, but 2 beautiful pizzas. Yeah, it's like the chicken still let off, I think, a little bit more juice. I have to give this one a couple minutes. It will re-solidify. There's got to be a better way I can. One second. I'm gonna move the laptop. If everything explodes, don't worry. We're just gonna try to move all the soaps over. It is weird because, like, I feel like for a lot of people, I'm discussing the idea of, like, wanting to get into a relationship, but I never really, I guess it's weird because, like, it's so ingrained into, like, culture and everything, and I feel like it can easily sound like I'm just falling into the trap of thinking I need to do this because it's just what people do. But I do feel like I legitimately crave that type of, like, connection and meaning, I suppose. Um, it's like, I guess right now when it comes to things like the connection of like friends and family, I'm pretty happy generally. So I don't know, like online, I feel like I've let myself become like isolated in a lot of ways. Man, yeah, that's the hardest part for me. I've realized I do have a bit of a personality where I crave human connection, and yet I also kind of almost like my brain doesn't let me have it. Um, it almost insists on me like hermiting like a crab. I have to fight against myself in a lot of ways. Also, what is these allergies? Holy moly. Oh my gosh, these pizzas. Oh my gosh, these pizzas. I'm just going to fill that void with pizza. Oh, why did I clean the... I cleaned the pizza cutter before using it again. Pizza is the most thermodynamically resilient food in terms of, like, I've never tried it frozen, but I wonder if that's the only state at which it's not tasty. You can have it cold, you can have it hot, you can have it room temperature. My brother made some sushi, and I guess to cool it down, he put it in the freezer for a minute, and it, like, froze instantly. And it was really weird to me. The first piece of sushi I ate, before I realized it was still partially frozen, had no flavor. Freezing the sushi completely rid it of its flavor until 10 minutes later when it thawed. And then it was back to tasting as it usually did. So you cut pizza because in the middle? Huh. I think the crusts annoy me, so I just kind of get rid of them first. And it just makes sense to get the slices good. Yeah, this pizza's a little thin. I should have used the other crust, because, like, one second. If I go over to this one, like, especially this side of the crust, it's the thickest. Like, this is nice, thick crust pizza right here. It's not like deep dish or anything, but it's, but then the other side of this pizza is, like, more of a standard thickness, I guess. Put this up, like, real up there in the camera. Ooh, ooh. There it goes. Oh, no, I think I'm... There we go. It's struggling a little bit to focus on this. I wonder if it's at, like, a weird threshold. Hello? Yeah, there we go. Perfect pizza. Is that the thumbnail? I'm clickbaiting right now. Give me a second. I don't know. Actually, I feel like the thumbnail should just be up again. How many slices do you usually eat? I feel like I should only be eating 3, but because I do all this effort to make the pizza, I usually eat 4 slices. I think Gold and Dan have only been eating 3 lately. So it's like... Thumbnail time. I look so ominous, though. What is wrong with me? Do not drop. I'm not gonna drop the pizza. It can lean so much. As I strategically hold it, like, over the other pizza, so that if it falls, it'll just fall on the pizza. I'm not, like, looking up enough. I gotta, like, tilt my neck or something. How do people do thumbnails? I'm so, like, oh my gosh, what what is content? Anyway. Bon appetit. In a way. Editing. Yeah, I guess they... also, I did not intend my hair to actually look good today, but I guess it got there in the end. By not intent, I mean, it just... I either look like a caveman, deflates. Is that how people do this? Also, I don't have a chair here, so it will just, like, lean down. Yeah. So this is the sausage pepperoni. Here, let me find, like, what's the most appealing slice to, like, showcase the quality of this pizza. Of course, is this light a little too much, I think, for this? I don't know. Like, is this better or worse in terms of, like... No, I think the lighting, as bright as it is... Well, I don't know. Like, one second. Let me lean forward. I'm really trying to figure out what this lighting is. I feel like the pizza literally glowing... As much as it's, like, hard to see, I feel like it also just, like... Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! Sorry, it just looked like one of those bits. Anyway, let's see. Did the garlic destroy everything? It legitimately looked like I'm trying to sit on a chair. There's nothing back here. I'm gonna have to move this away a little bit. Oh. That's good pizza. I'm literally... Eat like snake. No. I'm literally squatting with one leg right now. I can't do this forever. So, one second. Taste test the other pizza. Little floppier. Still cooked on the bottom. If it's too floppy, just fold it in on itself like that. It's fine. Oh, but I do need to showcase it, so let's just hold it up. Again, I think I made this dough... Where is the iris on this camera? I think I made the dough a little thinner. I don't think I used as much dough on this one. It's hard to get a perfect 50-50. Do I have like a thicker slice I can show off? Oh, it's thicker, but only on the one part. So weird. This one's pretty good. These kinds, like, okay, if I do the crab rangoon pizza, that one is so visually distinct. It'll look great on camera, I think. But I'm gonna eat this slice because it's not as hot. Let me just squat like this instead. I don't want to get this all dirty. One thing I haven't had in a little while, but that I managed a few times, is I've managed to make essentially cartoon pizza where the cheese stretches like crazy. I don't know why this camera angle is so hard to keep the pizza on. I mean, this is a good pizza, like, straight up. Even better, tomorrow, when we watch anime, because I've already pre-made the pizzas, so I'll only eat 2 slices. I mean, we can just throw them in, like, the air fryer for 5 minutes, and get them, like, a little extra crispy. Problem is, we can only probably do 3 slices at a time. Maybe even just 2 slices. So I'll let, like, pile in.
think this is a fair chef eats last situation instead of chef eats first in this situation. So we usually put like the other 6 away. I'll take 2 for like one of his dinners, and then I'll take either 2, and then Dan will take 2, or I'll take 2, and then a couple days later I'll take 2. So I mean, in the end, if Dan doesn't eat his deserved slices, um, I do get to eat essentially a whole meal. That depends, though. It depends on what slices are left. Sometimes Kyle will like an extra slice. We have a lot of So yeah, if I do like a artisanal pizza stream or something, I can do a lot more with the crust. I was doing like a garlic butter a few times. So good. Makes it real crispy. It's almost too crispy. I feel like I'm supposed to put the garlic butter afterward, but then it doesn't feel like it's cooking. Ooh. I mean, this is basically dinner. You're just watching me eat dinner. I mean, I guess I can start wrapping up the stream. This was really fun. I need to think what. So I'm trying to do a cooking stream like once a month. So I'm trying to think what's next. I don't think so. Wait, my last cooking stream was like the weird breads. And now I've done pizza stream. So I guess I'll do my ultimate chocolate chip cookies or something next month. Oh wait, I did do cookies. Was that the same recipe? No, that was the blueberry. I feel like I'm working through too many things right now. Successful. Hey, my last pizza stream was successful. That weird pineapple and pizza thing I made, actually, I ate the whole thing. It was pretty good. I don't know if I'll ever eat pineapple and pizza and pineapple. I don't know if it's me that's a problem, though, that the candy corn pizza wasn't, like, the worst thing in the world. That should have been way worse. I ate that whole thing. It was only, like, 2 or 3 slices of pizza. Still. So now I'm in my, like, actual decent cooking phase. Where I have to actually remind people, oh, actually, no, I know how to cook. I don't just make first creations. I will finish this whole slice. Alright, well. 2.5 hours. This was a decently long one. So as I eat this last piece, I will wish you all a good rest of your weekend. And I will try to figure out which way this camera faces forward. And yeah, I will see you all later. Next week's schedule I'll figure out probably by the end of tomorrow. I mean, it's probably pretty standard stuff. I did want to play Kerbal Space Program, so try to hold me to that maybe on like next Saturday or something. But bye-bye, everybody. I'm going to eat my pizza in peace. See, I still have it. Ow. Oh. Perfect. Uh-huh. This came out really good. We'll get to have them tomorrow.